Bobby Buckland, Robert Buckland as well, but where are you? Let's turn to David Spencer. Now, David served as a DCI, Detective Chief Inspector with the Met. He's Head of Crime and Justice at the Policy Exchange, and he wrote a piece for The Spectator as recently as last week. Two-tier justice is taking over the court. So I think I know where you stand, David. Good morning.
Morning, Nick. Good to speak to you.
What would you say to the judge's argument?
Well, I'm a huge fan of Wendy Joseph's writing,
great.
so
She's great.
I'm cautious about disagreeing with her. But the key issue here is that there are some groups who will automatically receive a pre-sentence report and others where they won't necessarily automatically receive it. And that is the distinction here. And I think that when we talk about the two-tier justice, two-tierism, is that the error that is being made by the Sentencing Council here, and actually the chair of the Sentencing Council actually sets this out in his letter for all to see, is the presumption that a disproportionality is the same as discrimination. That if there is disproportionality, there must be discrimination. And the error here is, rather than trying to look into and understand why that disproportionality exists on aggregate, the Sentencing Council has reached straight away for this pretty heavy-handed guidance, which makes it automatic for some to receive a pre-sentence report and not another. And as a result, because of that, and the Justice Secretary highlighted this in the ding-dong in Parliament yesterday, is that actually we need to understand that disproportionality, and therefore this guidance which has come in is the wrong way to go about this.
But to Wendy Joseph's argument, if there is a discrepancy, if there is an imbalance in the number of black males or black women or all black folk in the jail, that needs to be addressed.
But we need to understand it. But the problem is we don't fully understand it properly, rather than reaching for automatically.
So what lies behind it in your view, Dave? I mean, you've been a DCI, you're Head of Crime and Justice at the Policy Exchange. What do you think lies behind those figures?
I think it's hugely complex. If we look at, if we look at knife crime in London as an example, where I worked as a police officer for many years, then, unfortunately we know that most of the young people dying on our streets as victims of knife crime are black. Now, what are the reasons behind that is hugely complex, and we need to understand it. But reaching for this guidance is, in my view, the wrong way of doing it.
David Spencer, thank you for your time. I must leave it there. Sorry, David, I've got news to get to.